Hello, my name is William Perrau, and I am presenting my personal teaching statement that encompasses what's led me to teach, my approach to teaching, and the varying teaching philosophies that I've come across and understand as vital towards educational philosophy. During my early years, I attended the Holy Family Menai for primary school and then moved on to Aquinas Catholic College Menai for all of my high school years. After completing my HSC in 2021, I went into a business course at Wollongong University for a year and a half. However, I realised this long and seemingly uninteresting path in business was one that I was not satisfied with and was looking for a change. A secondary teaching course at ACU was something that was always appealing for me through high school, and my time working for Sydney Catholic Schools as a general sports officer post-school and the influence my high school teacher, Mr. Burke, had upon myself were undoubtedly huge motivators in undertaking this course. My work for Sydney Catholic Schools in a GSO role, where I held primary and secondary sporting days, enabled me to experience what life would be like as a teacher in this role, as coming home from rugby league trials and Thursday Oztag has never once felt like work, but rather a day in which I can support and give students an opportunity to excel in different sports. The way in which I've progressed through school as a person and learner has largely determined the position and hopes for the future that I have in teaching. The extremely rewarding nature of interactions with students at Sydney Catholic Schools days, where I can instill some wisdom I have onto them, whether that's skill-related tips or more generally about how they can be a better version of themselves, leaves me striving for more opportunities such as this. These positive experiences that I've encountered in the GSO role are more attainable on a larger scale with teaching, as I can not only help students as a one-off, but rather impact their learning and personal character on a daily basis, thus my inspiration. As to my approach to teaching, this has been heavily influenced and based on my relationship and interactions with my high school teacher, Mr. Burke. The way in which he interacted with me in a light-hearted manner, almost as a friend, but at the same time pushed me to be my best and had high expectations of what he expected of me, is a strategy that instilled responsibility onto myself and something I will look to mirror. These expectations that I will have for my students include giving your best, not necessarily being the best, and being a leader for those around you, whether that's in the classroom, in their friendship groups, or on the sporting field. This is something that I value as absolutely critical towards progressing through their senior years and graduating as a person that people can rely on and can look towards in a time of need. The most important principle in my teaching approach is that everyone deserves equal opportunity in the classroom, no matter what background you have, what family you come from. Therefore, creating an environment which promotes a level playing field that gives students the best chance of succeeding at whatever endeavour they choose. Through the studying of noddings in this course, I've been asked to question my own personal thoughts a number of times through the differing ideas that noddings presents. A fundamental concept that noddings explores and emphasises upon is that happiness should be an aim of education, and a good education should contribute significantly to personal and collective happiness. In the lens of this thinking, noddings investigates certain normalities in society that may have an adverse effect in the success of finding happiness, and importantly, questions our lack of reflection upon procedures being compatible with our aims. Without this discussion or evaluation, we move towards standardized testing that lacks in benefiting all of society's members, not just those who excel academically. The way in which noddings explores our modern aim of education and its possible outdatedness is by drawing light to previous educational thought still present in society today, with Socrates' writings where the belief was that people will care for what they love, therefore implying you should be trained in occupations that suit your nature. Forcing people down a path dependent on merely whether you're good at it or not promotes a society that doesn't look to strengthen their weaknesses, but rather shrink from self-improvement and additionally strips people of choice and the exploration of different avenues. These valuable insights, riddled through Nodding's writings, challenge our views upon what is the most valuable outcome of education. Is it the enhancement of society or the happiness of the individual?